everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading is for those of you who are separated, who were in a relationship with someone that you cared deeply about, and now you're separated and not talking or not talking much, and you kind of want to know what's going on with them. So I've got 3 groups for you to choose from and a card that coincides with each group. So group 1. If you choose group 1, your card is number 5, and here's the image. It's looks like a gingerbread man, and he is being eaten alive by 2 girls. Group 2, your card is number 23, and it is a girl flying away on a bee. And finally, group 3, your card is number 6, and this is a girl. She appears to be naked and holding on tightly to a fish. So if there's something in one of these cards that resonates with you, maybe the number, maybe something in the image, could be anything, just trust your gut and just pick the card that's calling to you. Then all you have to do is go down in the description box, click on the timestamp for your group, and boom, it'll take you right there. And I will see you in your reading. Thanks, y'all. Hi, group 1. Okay, let's see what's going on with your person. So the card that you picked is card number 5. I'll let you get a good look at it. And we'll talk about this in a minute. I want to get some other cards on the table first. All right. We're going to start with a Moon Oracle card, just to get some general energy of your situation, your person, what's going on with them. All right. We have full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. I'm going to leave that there. All right. I'm going to pull some tarot cards. I'm going to look at your person's energy. And then I'm going to look at the energy of your relationship. And we'll get a real good picture of what's going on with them, what's going on with the 2 of you, even though you aren't talking right now. With the full moon in Virgo card, either you or they are not feeling 100%. Maybe both of you are feeling a little insecure right now. All right. Spirit, can you give us a couple cards here to look at their energy, please? Their person's energy. All right, we have 10 of Swords reversed. Put that there. Over the 10 of Pentacles. There was a lot of happiness and stability and like contentment. There's this comfortable feeling that you guys had. But something about it didn't sit right with your person. They saw things in a different way than you did. And we'll get a little deeper and see in what way. I'm almost getting the feeling like it was too comfortable. I don't know. We'll get some more cards. We'll see. Can you give me a couple more cards, please, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles reversed. You know, they were feeling kind of left out. They were feeling ignored, and they're picking themselves up and starting over now. And it's giving them a sense of renewal. All right, let's get a couple more. Queen of Pentacles reversed and Five of Wands. They felt like they were fighting to get your attention. You know, with this Ten of Pentacles card, it is it's a lovely card, but there's a lot going on in the Ten of Pentacles. And your person was feeling a little lost in the shuffle. Life had gotten so busy, you got so busy, your attention was elsewhere, they were feeling left out, probably overthinking it, but they really did feel like they had to compete for your attention, and it made them feel small, it made them feel invisible. It made them feel like they weren't good enough. So this card for sure is about them. It may also resonate with you, but they just weren't feeling good enough. All right, we're going to go a little deeper here. Spirit, can you give me, hold on. Can you give me one card for the Ten of Swords reversed and the Ten of Pentacles? King of Cups reversed. It was emotionally draining. They were overthinking it. They were no longer coming from a place of, they no longer felt like they were in a place of love and compassion and partnership. They really felt like everything was more important than them. And maybe there were a lot of important things going on, and maybe you feel completely justified in that. This isn't a judgment at all. We're just looking at at your person and how they were feeling and what they were thinking. And they were just feeling they were feeling unloved, invisible. Can you give me one card, please, Spirit, for the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles reversed? Queen of Wands. So it might not be what you want to hear, but when they walked away or stopped communicating, sort of just, maybe you guys split up, it was a chance for them to feel alive again, to feel inspired and have energy and laugh and smile and feel seen again. Like all of a sudden they felt important in their own life. And they were creating their own magic in their life, instead of feeling like wherever they went, the fire was being doused. They're kind of lighting their own fire now. I don't want to say they're 100% happy now, but inside of them, they feel more alive. It feels like they have, since this change, they have more friends now. They do more things socially. They're talking to more people, doing more things in general. Life just feels better to them. Their life feels better to them. I don't want to say they don't miss you, because this is more about them, about feeling alive again and feeling like they matter. Spirit, can you give me one card, please, for the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Wands, please? Ten of Cups. They have a lot of feelings for you. They really do. They're not ready to, fully give up this idea of happily ever after. But what they want is time with you. Not time with you and your friends or your family or it feels like there was always too many other people and none of them were your person's people, if that makes sense. Like they were your people and distractions and things going on, and they just craved that one-on-one time with you, quality time with you. Not to say that they don't want to be around your friends or your family or these other people. It isn't that at all. They need more time with you. Like there has to be a little more balance there. They don't want to have to fight for your attention. But I can tell you there is real love there. Genuine affection. All right, Spirit wants me to pull one more card, just in general for their energy, just to see how else they're feeling. Ten of Wands. Being apart from you is hard. So, yes, they feel more alive now. And they've started reaching out to friends and doing more things socially. But the burden of missing you is hard on them. The thought of walking away, the act of walking away, is hard on them. So I don't want you to think they don't miss you, they don't care. They do. They absolutely do. I'm going to put this over here. All right. We're going to look at your relationship energy and just see what else we can tell from that. We have Seven of Cups reversed and Three of Pentacles reversed. I get that you guys have chosen each other. That's how it feels. Like neither one of you, like if you're worried that your person left to date other people, see what else is out there as far as dating, relationships, that's not it at all. They have full clarity that you are the one, but it's not working. The way it is, it's not working. Because it no longer feels like a team. You know, a partnership. Can you give me a couple more cards, please, Spirit? Four of Cups reversed over the Death card. This isn't what either one of you wants. You don't want them to be gone. They don't want to be gone. But something had to happen. There needed to be an ending. In order to make this right. Because you guys really need, like, if this is a relationship that you want to pursue, that you want to keep, you know, together or bring back together, then you guys need a fresh start. Because the way things were, it may have been working for you, but it was not working for them. And a partnership needs to, you know, be balanced for both sides. And I'm not looking at your energy today, so I can't see how you're feeling about all this or what you're doing other than in the relationship. But I figure you know how you're feeling, so I'm not going to make any assessments about that. Flip. Ace of Wands. Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, you know, in order to heal from what went wrong, to heal from you guys being separated, from the, you know, not being in contact, to being apart, the healing has to come with a fresh start. Fresh start has to come with healing. Like, they go hand in hand. There is a fresh start possible for you. Absolutely. I mean, look at all the new growth on this Ace of Wands. But it has to be new growth. Y'all have to start over. Y'all have to look at your relationship and each other with fresh eyes. All right, Spirit, can you give me one card just to clarify the Seven of Cups reversed and the Three of Pentacles reversed? Four of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you guys had both decided, like, you are each other's person. You are theirs, they are yours. There was no doubt about that with your person. They're not looking for anybody else. They're not trying to date anyone else. You are still the one they love. But the way it was, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for them. Can you give me one card, please, for the Four of Cups reversed and the Death card, please, Spirit? Queen of Swords reversed. I get the feeling that they haven't really told you exactly how they feel. I mean, they may have said some things, but it probably was not done in a very nice way. If it feels like there was probably an argument. Some harsh words were said before they kind of closed the door. And so there's that feeling between you of, a little bit of resentment for what you said to each other, or what they said to you, or what you said to them. There's words were said that were hurtful. But try to remember that was in the heat of the moment. It was after a lot of frustration. It doesn't change how they feel about you. All right, Spirit, can you give me one card, please, for the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords reverse? The High Priestess reversed. You'll need a new beginning. But you also need to get in touch with each other's emotional side. Like, there's this sense that things got so complicated and unhealthy in some ways that you stopped connecting on that soul level, on that truly emotional level. And it started to feel very empty for both of you as far as your relationship's concerned. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. Okay. I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. I hid something from you, and I'm afraid to tell you about it. And I know that I want you in my future. I'm working on making the proper plans. They really did try. They really did want to get through and get your attention. And they didn't speak up for themselves. They didn't tell you how they were feeling. I don't feel with this secrets card that they were keeping some dark, dirty secret from you. They kept their feelings from you until they sort of exploded. But they never really had that heart-to-heart that said, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Can we just find some time together? Just the two of us. But they've never let go of you and the idea of your future together. And it's still there in their mind that they want to come back. They want to reconcile when the time is right. Pull some channeled messages for you, but I'll tell you, this card, these cards, they have names in the book, but I don't go by the name. But the vision is, it speaks volumes for how your person was feeling. Too many other people around just taking pieces of them, but not really seeing that not really seeing them. And not really seeing what was going on and how, they were being neglected or taken for granted from their point of view, keep in mind, that it made them feel less than. It made them feel less important. And I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened. We all have our own perspective. And somewhere in the middle is the truth. But I do feel that's how your person is feeling. And was feeling, especially. So it's something to just acknowledge. It's important to acknowledge your partner's perspective and their feelings about your relationship and what's going on. Okay. Can you give us some channeled messages, please, Spirit? I don't expect you to wait for me. Why does everything have to be about sex? And I'm taking my walls down brick by brick. They know that you might not wait for them, but they're not ready to come back. They were feeling like your relationship was monotonous and that it feels like they didn't even feel like they were a part of the relationship. They were there for sex, if you guys were having sex, or, when you needed them for whatever. But what they were missing was the connection. But little by little, they're healing from that. They're coming around. They're wanting to fix things and reconcile and make it better. You want me to pull one more message card for you? You were wrong about me. So when they, it feels like they probably stormed out. There were some harsh words said, harsh feelings, and they're a little worried now about what you think of them. It also feels like in here that you might be imagining that they're dating other people, and I'm sure they're thinking that as well. But what they're saying here is that it's not true. They're not seeing other people. They're not that person who got so upset. They do still love you. They just needed something to change. All right, group one, I hope that was helpful. I hope it gives you some insight into your person and what's going on with them, and I hope it ends up working out for you, and that things get better. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sharing your energy with me. I appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes, all of it. So much love. I appreciate. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hi, group two. Okay, let's take a look at your person's energy. So the card that you picked is card 23. And I read these cards intuitively. I don't go by the book or the name each card has. I'll tell you what I'm seeing with this card right now. And that may become clarified as we pull some cards out. But when I look at this girl, she looks scared. She looks afraid. This person looks worried, afraid, anxious. So there might be some of that energy there. She's also riding a bee, and bees to me represent work. So there may be an element of work that has something to do with what's going on with your person. But we'll know more as we get further into it. And she looks very intent, but worried. All right, I'm going to pull a Moon Oracle card for your person. Okay. All right. The card is a new moon. A new start is coming. So that's good. A new beginning, a fresh start maybe, a chance to reunite and start over. All right. I'm going to pull some tarot cards and look at your person's, what's going on with your person. We're going to look at your relationship, and then we'll pull some message cards after. Okay, we have 10 of Cups reversed and the 2 of Swords. What I'm seeing is your person was unhappy. Maybe you both were unhappy. But since this is your person's energy, they were unhappy. But for some reason, they didn't want to face the truth about that. They didn't want to speak up. They didn't want to admit it to you or even to themselves, maybe. They really preferred to just close their eyes and continue forward as if nothing was wrong. All right, can you give us a couple more cards, please, Spirit? We have 10 of Wands and 9 of Cups reversed. What I'm hearing is leaving is not what they wanted. They didn't want to leave you. Things weren't perfect. And we'll see more about that, but I do get the feeling that they were the one that left, or that kind of stepped away from the partnership, the relationship, but it was not easy for them. It's not something they wanted to do. Maybe you even told them to leave. And it was very, very hard for them. Like at one point, you were everything they ever wanted. And then all of a sudden, it's all lost. Can you give us a couple more cards, please? We have the 4 of Wands And the Four of Swords reversed. Wherever they are, they do feel happier now. I'm sorry, Spirit, can you tell me that again? Oh, okay. What Spirit is saying is they're not happier now. They're acting as if they are, almost for your benefit. And also to keep themselves distracted and busy. Like go, go, go. But what they're not doing is letting themselves heal. It's like they're putting on a show for you and for themselves to prove that, you know, they're okay. But they're not okay. Interesting. Very interesting energy. Thank you, Spirit. All right, can you give me one card just to clarify the Ten of Cups reversed and the Two of Swords, please? King of Swords. So there was something about your relationship that was not going well, that wasn't fulfilling. But they were really facing it from a very logical point of view, and they did not want to admit how they really felt. But they did know deep down that something wasn't right. You know what they're pointing out to me here? They keep making me look at this owl. Their gut was telling them something was wrong, that something needed to change. But they really didn't want to face that. They didn't want to admit it. All right. Anything else about that, Spirit? What I'm hearing is they wanted to be the one to make you happy. And they couldn't do it. And they wanted you to make them happy. And that didn't work either. Like, they wanted this connection to be its fullest potential. And just didn't want to admit defeat when you asked them to leave, is what I'm hearing. And, you know, maybe you did ask them to leave, or maybe it was just this underlying energy of them knowing that you were ready for it to be over, or that you needed this to end, or they feel like it came from you. Like they were the one that left, but they feel like it came from you. Spirit, can you give me one card, please, for the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups reversed? Eight of Swords. Yeah, they felt like they had no choice. They had to go. And when they left, it felt like they lost everything. And they felt trapped in a scenario that they couldn't resolve. They couldn't fix it. They couldn't make it better. They feel like you got your way. You got what you wanted. But it kind of destroyed them, kind of wrecked them. and they're not sure what to do now. They're also not sure how you feel about them, because they find it hard to believe that you don't feel anything for them anymore. Because from their point of view, there was so much love between you, so much connection between you, that if you really feel nothing for them, it makes them question what was real. And so they do waver back and forth between, was it not what I thought? Or could they possibly still have feelings? Because your person still has feelings for you. They have not let go. They did not let go. All right, can you give me one card, please, for the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords reversed? The Hermit. So they're putting on a little bit of a show to show you that they're fine. It's it's an ego thing. They don't want you to see how hurt they are, but the reality is they really just want to be alone. They want to hide from the world in their own little dark space and think about you and figure out what went wrong. And figure out how to fix this. And they can't see the light right now. Is there anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right, we're going to take a look at your relationship energy. We have the Ace of Cups over the Seven of Wands. There's true love there, for sure. But too much coming between you. Arguing, conflict, just little battles. What else can you tell us, Spirit? Three of Swords over the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of hurt and pain, both of you. Both of you. This is the relationship side. This is both of you. You're both hurting. This ending was hard on both of you. But what I'm hearing is maybe it is what was needed in order to bring about a fresh start. Can you give me a couple more cards, please, Spirit? Is that how you wanted it, Spirit? Okay. Knight of Cups reversed and Ten of Pentacles. What I'm hearing is you can't have it all without love. You know, you can have everything in a relationship, but when the emotions run dry, nothing else matters. And when everything else is more important, the cup runs dry. All right, let's go a little deeper here. Can you give me another card, please, just to clarify the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands, please? Thank you. Ace of Swords. What I'm hearing is truth be told. What does that mean, Spirit? Okay. What they're showing me is, okay, so y'all had a beautiful relationship at one point. There's a lot of love there, but also too much fighting, too much arguing, too much conflict, too much of everything else. But then Spirit gave me this card, and they're saying the two of you need to speak your truth. The two of you need to talk, you know, without stabbing each other, without hurting each other. You need to talk, and this honesty, this frank and open communication will point you both back toward love. It's a beautiful way of showing that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, can you give me one card, please, for the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, please? The Empress. There is a new beginning available to you. Obviously, we all have free will. You can choose not to. They can choose not to. They won't choose not to. They miss you. They love you. They're hurting. I think you're hurting as well. You know, I'm seeing it in the cards. But the Empress is all about new beginnings, birthing something new. It's also about compassion and being there for the other person, as well as for yourself. It's a very well-rounded, loving, new beginning. It's beautiful. You know, when I look at this sword pointing to the cup, sort of fixing that cup, and then all of this pain that is just blanketed over by this beautiful Empress and her new beginning. It's a lovely, lovely feeling. Can you give me one card, please, for the Knight of Cups reversed and the Ten of Pentacles, please? The Sun card. It's another new beginning card. Y'all have a chance for true happiness. You absolutely do. The universe wants to give it to you. And what I'm seeing here with this card is your person leaving, but not wanting to. You know, that fear that's in her face, that's in her eyes is like, is this really over? This can't really be happening. Did that really just happen? And that is how they're feeling. But there's a true chance for reconciliation, and more than just reconciliation, but a whole new beginning, a new start, a new moon to your relationship. But it has to start with honesty and talking. talking calmly, without being hurtful. Just speaking your mind, getting it all out on the table. All right, let's get some messages from your person. Jeez, the cards are all over. Nope, they're telling me to take that one. So much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? As more time passes by, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. They're definitely not staying away from you because they want to, because they don't love you. They do love you. They miss you. If you're watching them on social media or whatever, and it looks like they're having all kinds of fun and they've moved on, I'm telling you right here and now, they have not, and they are not having fun. They really just want to be alone and miss you. It's all a ruse. They're not trying to lie to you. They're just, it's protective measure, It helps them feel better. It also keeps them from, facing their own pain, and they are feeling a lot of pain, as I'm feeling you are too. All right, let's get a few more messages here. I panicked and let my fears mess things up. You are irreplaceable. Nope, they told me to take both. Do you even love me? And I'm finding the courage to reach out to you. They are worried that you don't love them. But I do see that you do. And, clearly something happened that, pushed you apart. To have you, push them to leave or tell them to leave, or, and maybe you didn't, like I said, maybe you didn't tell them to leave, but they felt like you were telling them. So take that as it resonates, but there was so much uptight energy between you, tense energy, uncomfortable energy between you, that it was hard to ever feel settled. And so eventually it was bound to happen, But your person regrets it and hates that you guys are separated, and really wants to come back toward you. And I do see that happening. I do see it happening. I see them coming back and talking to you, and trying to initiate a fresh start with you. So, all right, group 2, I would love to know how this is going for you, and I hope everything goes well and that it turns out as beautifully as it looks over here. So thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and watching the video, and thank you for your likes, and I love your comments. Thank you for the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye, y'all. Hi, group 3. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with your person. So the card that you picked is card number 6. And to be honest, I don't know what the card is called or what the true interpretation of it is. But let me tell you what I'm seeing in this card. First of all, I see a girl that looks very sad. But she's hanging onto this fish and really hanging onto it too tightly. And I feel like, the fish doesn't belong there. it's suffocating. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know if this is the energy of your reading. I don't know that. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing in the card. We'll know more as I get more cards out on the table, but that is what I'm getting from it, is just this sense of hanging on too tightly. All right, I'm going to pull a Moon Oracle card for you. Actually, this is, for your person, but will probably resonate with you too. We have mutable moon. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. So things are still a little uncertain with your person and with your relationship and whatever's going on. All right, I'm gonna pull some tarot cards on your person, and then we'll pull some cards on your relationship and get a real good feel of what's going on with them. And then I'll pull some message cards for you at the end. Spirit, can you give me a couple cards to start with on Group 3's person? Okay. We have the Six of Swords reversed over the Ace of Swords reversed. Give me just a sec. What I'm hearing is they don't want to leave, but their thoughts are working overtime, or were. There's a sense that they didn't want to leave, but they had to leave. Take that as it resonates. And they were wishing there was something they could do about it, but there wasn't. They had to go. All right, take that as it resonates, but let's get a few more cards out and see what else we can tell about your person. We have King of Wands reversed over the Queen of Swords reversed. There's some negative thinking going on here with your person. And a feeling of not wanting what they're getting, if that makes sense. It feels a little like they feel a little unfair. There's a sense of craving change, of wanting to shake things up and mix things up, and that's not what they were getting. And so they started to feel a little bitter about that. Interesting energy. I can't say that I fully understand it, but that is what I'm hearing and seeing. So let's get a couple more cards out. Three of Swords over Judgment reversed. All right, it's starting to make more sense now. They didn't want to leave, but they were feeling so restless that they started to ignore, what the universe was trying to show them, trying to tell them, what was right there in front of them. They were ignoring it, and now they're regretting it. It hurts. They were too rash about it. And I'm hearing they made the wrong decision. But they did it because they felt they had to. And I just heard they were suffocating. They were suffocating. Just like the fish. All right. Spirit, can you give me one card, please, for the Six of Swords reversed and the Ace of Swords reversed? Whoop. No. Okay. Four of Cups reversed. They didn't know exactly what they wanted. They just knew they were unhappy with, not with you, just the situation. It's a very, very restless, uncomfortable feeling. Like wanting to scratch out of their own skin for some reason. I mean, maybe your person was, an Aries, or another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or just the type of person who is very energetic and, needs adventures, needs things to be happening and going. And when things are the same for too long, they get itchy and anxious. But even if they're not that kind of person, that is how this energy feels. Like they were crawling out of their skin a little bit. They needed something to change. Because they felt like they were being smothered and suffocated. Can you give me one card, please, for the King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed? I'm hearing they weren't thinking clearly. It was rash impulse. Ten of Swords. This card to me is telling me that it's like they're standing on this precipice, right? And imagining what else is out there. Because they're so uncomfortable where they are that even the not knowing feels better to them. And normally I see this card, with all the crows flying, as an overthinking card. But in this energy, what I'm feeling is they stopped thinking and just started doing. They really didn't think it through. They may have been overthinking what was going on, but they did not really think through the leaving, or where they were going, or what they wanted, or what they were going to do. All right. Can you give me one card, please, Spirit, for the Three of Swords and Judgment reversed? Oh, jeez. Hold on. Just dropped a bunch of cards. Hold on. I don't want you to miss out. What I'm getting from these last two cards is that they are hurting. Like, they're still not happy. But they're still not seeing the situation clearly. They still don't know what they want. Three of Cups. All they know is that they want to be happy. They want adventures. They want to feel free, but not alone, if that makes sense. Like, they really don't want to be alone. They just want to feel free, not tethered, in other words. It doesn't mean they don't want to be in a relationship or that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. They want to have fun with you again. They miss having fun with you. They miss enjoying life with you. What they don't miss is feeling tethered. So if you look at this heart, it does look like it's like pulled. The strings are being pulled in different directions and just strapped down. And that's the energy I'm getting from them. Anything else you want to say about this, Spirit? They're just saying that your person needed to feel like they could breathe, and they needed to be able to breathe, and they didn't feel like they could breathe in this relationship the way it was. They couldn't breathe. All right, but we're going to look at your relationship energy and see what's going on there. You know, your moon card says, you know, nothing is set in stone yet. So it's still some precarious energy here. It could go either way, depending on what you do, depending on what they do. We have Five of Wands reversed and Three of Swords reversed. The further apart you two become, the more you both heal. The more you both learn to let go of expectations, of fears. Anything else you want to say about that, Spirit? I think there's too much going on in the periphery of your relationship for either one of you to see clearly what was going on. And I'm feeling like you know, I'm not pulling cards directly on your energy in this reading, but I'm feeling like you are in a place where whatever it was that was going on around your relationship, not in it, but around it, was really affecting you. And you really needed your person. You needed their compassion. You needed their love. You needed their undivided attention. Unfortunately, that need was disruptive to them. For some reason. Can you give us a couple more cards, please, Spirit? Okay. We have the Death card reversed over the Queen of Swords reversed. There is a sense now, what I'm seeing and feeling with this card is a sense of starting to let go. I don't think either one of you wants this relationship to be over. But you're not speaking. And little by little, you're both healing and letting go. Not necessarily of each other, just of, how do I put it? Of like this codependency or this latching on. That's more like it. Not codependency, but latching on. Just letting go and just being okay without the other person. I'm not sure if I'm getting that quite right, but hang with me. We're gonna get it all. Spirit is nudging me, going, not quite. So we'll go back to that. High Priestess reversed over the Fool card. Despite what you think right now, and despite what they think right now, there is an opportunity for you two to start again and get a fresh start. It's not a given, but there is an opportunity for that. But you have to be open to it. And the Spirit is saying you have to be open to it, not them. Because they are open to it, in a way. Like, a fresh start would renew the energy for them. In other words, they won't feel like they were feeling. Yeah, I gotta get some more cards. All right, Spirit, can you give me one card for the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords reversed, please? I want to better understand what's going on here. what I'm hearing is you're no longer fighting, you're no longer speaking, you're starting to heal, but for both of you, it feels very empty. Like you're healing, and that's good, but it feels so empty, like you've lost a piece of yourself. Chariot card. It's like right now, I'm sure you don't see it, and I'm sure they don't either, but right now, you both are actually moving in the same direction again. It took this separation for you both to step back, quiet yourselves, heal a little bit, and realize kind of what you want. And you're both in different places, you know, but you are actually emotionally, energetically moving in the same direction toward each other. All right. Can you give me one card, please, for Death reversed and Queen of Swords reversed? What Spirit is telling me with these cards is that when all this happened, when you guys separated, you both were feeling like this ending, like it was inevitable. It couldn't work. You guys weren't going to work out. You were too different. But it's just because of the way you were both feeling at that time. The energy between you was obstructed. Tower card reversed. It had to come crashing down in order for it to be rebuilt again. Whether or not it is rebuilt again is completely up to you and them. But for some reason, a lot of this is on you, I think. Even though logically it doesn't make sense, Spirit keeps pointing at you. So in a sense, this semi-ending, now remember the Death card is reverse. It's not a true ending. But this semi-ending, the two of you thinking it was inevitable, you weren't wrong. It was. But inevitable doesn't mean permanent. It can be rebuilt. It can be rebuilt brick by brick and put back together again, better, stronger, more lasting, more enduring, and better for both of you. Very interesting energy. Can you give me one card, please, for the High Priestess reversed and the Fool? Thanks, Spirit. Two of Pentacles reversed. Spirit just keeps telling me you have a decision to make. You have to make a choice. I mean, you can continue to not make a choice, and things will continue to be mutable and unsettled. But for whatever reason that I don't see clearly here, but Spirit keeps saying to me, and they keep pointing to you, to me, they're the fish that was suffocating. And this is you, holding on, feeling sad, feeling vulnerable. But they keep pointing at you, saying, you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. Even if you don't know where it's going to go, and you might not. With the High Priestess reversed, you very well might not know what will happen or where it will go. But either way, there's a new beginning waiting for both of you. It's either a new beginning together or a new beginning apart. But you have to make a choice. You inside yourself have to make a choice. What do you want? All right, let's get some messages from your person. I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. You were very loving and compassionate and motherly to them. They do have a very different energy, and it feels like you really needed them to be more compassionate, to be more there for you, kinder, softer. And they feel like it's not who they are. But I do feel like it is in them somewhat. It's in there somewhere. They've got their own healing to do and their own demons to face on their own. Not necessarily right now, but they do have some issues they need to work out for themselves that have to do with being vulnerable and opening themselves up to others and showing, their true selves deep down. It's a very vulnerable place for anybody to be in, and for them it feels powerless. And so they feel like they can't give that to you right now. The damage has already been done, and I don't know how to pick up the pieces. Yeah, I mean, it's very much a Tower card, broken in pieces. A lot of damage has been done, and they don't know how to fix it. I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. They are trying to heal. For sure, they're trying to heal. I do feel that they want you back. Not wanting to admit it. Not wanting to own it. Out of fear that you've already moved on. Your person really has some challenges with being vulnerable. All right, let's get a few more messages here. You are amazing. They really do admire you. They think you're incredible. They think you're amazing. It's like sometimes they just watch you and think, who is this person in my life? Like, how did I get someone so amazing, so spirited and fun and kind and loving? You feel like the other half of them too. Like, I feel like you both feel like apart, you're missing a piece of yourself. I wish I told you how I feel when I had the chance. There is a part of them that has some very deep feelings. It's just very, very challenging and very, very hard for them to open up like that. If they were ever going to open up to anyone, it would be you. You have opened them up more than anyone has in their life. And if you guys do come back together, over time, you will have such an effect on them. It will change them. I'm not ready for you. Yeah, your person doesn't feel ready for you. Because you have this beautiful vulnerability and you're not ashamed of it. And they know that they are not ashamed of it. They're not ashamed of it. They're afraid of it. And they're not ready for that yet. But you do bring that out in them, little by little. All right, anything else, Spirit? Oh, okay. You want me to pull one more message for you? Please be patient. I can't be with you right now. I think you both need time to continue to heal, to continue to focus on what you want. But like I said, you are both moving in the same direction, whether you realize it or not. And the time apart is good for you both. But ultimately, I feel like there's a big decision that rests in your hands. So, it's up to you, group 3. All right, y'all, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful. I hope it gave you a little bit of peace and insight. And I would love to hear how things are going for you. So drop me a note if you feel inclined. I'd love to hear about it. And I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and watching the video. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. I love it all. I'm so grateful for every little bit of love you send my way. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.